South Pennsylvania at 1-800-462-2880.
Suzette Charles, live, 10 p.m. Saturday.
Coming. I was so afraid you were going to change your mind.
Well, I got lost in the wilds of New Jersey. Of all the places to come to, Vicki, the Jersey Shore in the middle of winter.
Yeah, well,
I mean, Atlantic City, great.
Yeah, I know it's a long story, but can you stay for a while?
Well, sure.
Oh, good.
Didn't we agree in Santo Domingo? Anytime either one of us needs the other one. Oh, and hon, you sure look like you need somebody.
Oh, Jeannie, I got so many problems. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, let's go to work on them.
Okay.
But if you don't mind my saying so, this is not exactly the ideal place to solve a problem. Tell you what, why don't you check out? We'll head for Atlantic City, hit the slot machines, maybe the roulette table, and on the way up there, you can tell me all...
I can't do it.
Why not?
Because I got to keep a real low profile. You see, I'm running away from my ex-husband. I'm scared to death he's going to find me.
Oh, wow.
Excuse me.
What?
Miss Bell, room service is ready to serve you breakfast now.
Thank you.
Miss Bell?
Yeah, Brenda Bell. Do you think you could call me that, please?
Sure.
Oh, I mean, just when there are other people around, you know.
Sure.
And would you mind if we ate up in my room?
Well, sure, anything you say.
Thanks a lot. Come on.
Okay. Hon. You really are petrified, aren't you?
I meant everything I said, Dorian.
Then I don't understand, Asa. Why are you doing this to me?
I'm not doing anything to you.
Of course you are. Yesterday you told me that we can share a life together. Today you want this woman to move in here as your wife in spite of her deceptions, her manipulations.
She is my wife, Dorian.
Well, that's a matter of legal interpretation. I told you what Herb said, that because she got you to marry her under fraudulent circumstances, you could have this marriage annulled.
I don't give a damn about the legal stuff. I had a good life with her for 10 years. She was loyal, she was faithful, I could trust her.
Until now.
That is not her fault.
It isn't her fault when she tricks you into marrying her by telling you that she's dying, when she gets a minister and a doctor in on her conspiracy?
Tina put her up to that. This is all Tina's fault.
Waterside Inn, good morning.
Yes, could I speak to the room clerk, please?
This is the room clerk, sir. Desk clerk, bartender, telephone operator, you name it.
Pretty quiet this time of the year, I guess, huh?
Yeah, very quiet.
Good. Then you wouldn't have any trouble telling me if a certain party checked in the last 24 hours. The name is,
Hello? You still there, sir?
You lost your marbles? You say the name Brenda Bell. This guy's going to tell Nikki someone was asking about her. She's going to fly the coop so fast that...
Hello? Hello, sir? We seem to have a bad connection. If you can hear me, why don't you hang up and place your call again?
No. There's only one way to find out for sure if she's really there.
In this corner, Andy Cassettes, contender to buy the Chips Ahoy without biting a chip. And in this corner, Chips Ahoy, champion of chocolate chip cookies. He takes a bite. Ooh. He bit a ton of chocolate chips from the right, from the left. He's knocked out by all those chips.
Champ, what's going on?
Nothing.
Chips Ahoy, original in the blue bag, chewy in the red. Bet you bite a chip.
If you're allergy sensitive, your attacks don't stop when winter starts. And what's more, along with pollution, dander, and dust, cold symptoms can make you feel even worse. So this winter, discover the relief of Benadryl decongestant, combining Benadryl, the most prescribed allergy medication ever, with the added relief of a highly effective nasal decongestant. Benadryl decongestant, winter allergy and cold relief from Park Davis.
I don't want some wimpy tasting cereal.
If you want bushels of taste,
Fruitful Bran.
I don't want some itty-bitty taste. Peaches, raisins, apples, dates.
Fruitful Bran.
Bushels of flavor swimming in the flakes. Fruitful Bran has bushels of taste.
High-fiber Kellogg's Fruitful Bran. We call it Fruitful because it's packed with bushels of taste.
Bushels and bushels and bushels of taste in Kellogg's Fruitful Bran. Bushels of taste.
Bo and I have been friends a long time. He's 14 now. That's 98 for you and me. He's been an Alpo dog all his life, so he's always had 100% of the nutrition he needs. And at 14, he still comes running for the beef and Alpo beef chunks dinner. Of course, Bo has to run to keep up with the 16-year-old mother. Alpo, generation after generation of healthy, happy dogs.
How did Tina get involved in this?
I wish the hell I knew.
Asa, you just told me she masterminded this whole plot.
That's right.
Well, how did she even know about Pamela?
How does that little conniver know anything? Looks through keyholes or listens in on folks.
Some keyhole. Malakava's thousands of miles away.
You almost found out about it.
That's because I stumbled on that portrait of you as the sea captain in New York.
Well, maybe she did the same thing.
What? That little bubblehead doesn't go browsing around art galleries. Believe me, she's not the type.
All right, maybe she took a vacation to Malakava and met Pam. What the hell difference does it make now? The point is, once she found out...
It's quite true. This whole deathbed plot does sound like the sort of thing that would come out of Tina's little pea brain.
Wait a minute. Pamela did not know the kind of woman she was working with. Pamela, believe me, Dorian, is innocent and loyal.
In spite of the fact that she has lived 10 years with you.
I'm going to tell you something. I never raised my voice to her, never gave her an order. She never complained.
Of course not. Because naturally you were playing the part of the nice, gentle sea captain, Jeb Stewart. For 10 years you sustained that role. Really, you missed your calling. You should have become an actor.
The thing is, Dorian, what do I do now?
Well, one of the things we better do is do something to settle Miss Tina's hash.
We?
She has done me just as much dirt as she's done you.
That mean you're going to help me with Tina?
Of course, Asa. Of course I will. However, Tina is not our biggest problem.
What is?
Pamela. Seriously, Asa. The woman is what you would call a little hothouse flower. She's the sort that only blooms in a tropical environment. I don't know how you'll expect her to survive as Mrs. Asa Buchanan here.
She could not.
Of course not, so show a little mercy. Terminate this marriage just as fast as possible.
You'd like that, wouldn't you, Dorian?
Sure would. I mean, we were doing pretty well before she showed up, weren't we?
You're quite a gal.
And you're quite a guy. So, when do we take matters in hand?
What matters?
How are we going to trash Tina Clayton Lord?
All right, I think I got the picture. Who do you think is responsible for the burglary?
Well, that pretty much speaks for itself. I mean, the guys from security know what they're doing.
So you think Bobby did it?
According to that, he was here, right? With Lisa.
You think she was in on it also?
I think Bobby is using Lisa, making it look like she set up the robbery. I mean, but that thing with the keys, that's too obvious. I mean, really.
Yeah, but Josh, she's been in trouble before. Boy, Fairfax is going to hit the roof when this comes out. A lot of pressure, all those people, patients screaming and yelling, worried about a hospital not being able to take care of their valuables. And the sad thing is they've got a case. What if we can't secure our own premises? Yeah. Bart, hello. How are you? Do we have an appointment? I'm sorry, I might have forgotten.
No, we don't. I'm sorry for the interruption.
No problem.
But I just came in to see Fairfax, and there was something rather important I wanted to call you about, but seeing that I was here, I decided...
Yeah, fine. No problem. I'd like you to meet someone. Dr. Joshua Hall, one of our residents. This is Bartholomew Barron, chairman of Barron Pharmaceuticals.
You know my father, Captain Ed Hall.
Oh, yes, of course. Your father and I are old friends. Nice meeting you, Josh. If I may get to the point, I'm deeply disturbed about what happened here last night and the inference that my daughter might have been involved.
Well, Bart, I am in charge of the emergency medical services here. The man you want to talk to is Fairfax. He's the administrator.
No, I've already spoken with him. It's an unsatisfactory conversation, which is why I came here. Now, you've always been a straight shooter, Larry, which is one of the reasons why I always counted on you for a frank analysis of the situation.
Well, Bart, I just haven't had time to form an opinion. Why don't you have a seat for a minute? Matter of fact, Josh and I were just going over the report.
I was just explaining to Dr. Wallach, sir, that I don't believe that Lisa could get mixed up in a thing like this.
Of course not.
I sincerely hope you're right, Josh.
Do I understand that her job may be in jeopardy?
Well, of course, that depends on the outcome of the investigation.
Yes, but for now, you're taking no action.
No, I didn't say that, Bart. I really don't see as I have any choice but to suspend Lisa, at least until the investigation's complete. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah. All right. Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry, I've got a patient with post-op complications. I'm going to have to look in on it.
May I wait for you?
Please do. Make yourself comfortable, Josh. Oh, please. Okay, I'll be right back.
Josh, tell me, are you and Dr. Wallach close? Personally, I mean.
Yeah, he recommended me for my present position, and he and my dad are close friends.
Then possibly you could be of some help in this situation.
I think Lisa's getting a raw deal, Mr. Barron. Believe me, I'll do everything I can to persuade Dr. Wallach.
Good. I appreciate that. And if you're successful, well, let's just say that I'd be indebted to you. Deeply indebted.
Oh, so here you are. You know, I thought I'd have to go through all this alone. Bobby Blue, you are one hard guy to track down. You know, even considering the fact that you're in custody. You okay?
I'd be here if I was okay.
Well, they didn't book you, did they?
No.
They didn't ask about me, my name.
Captain Hall's gonna be here any minute. You don't know nothing, you don't admit to nothing. All right, we were just a couple of kids who was walking by when a robbery was in progress. Got it?
Yeah, well, sure, but don't you think you ought to tell him what you know about, you know, what you heard?
Trust me on this, all right? Just play it cool.
Okay.
All right.
What are you doing here?
Just talking.
How did you get in here?
The officer down the hall told me that you wanted to see me.
Flannery, what's a person doing talking to a prisoner in my office here? You ought to have better sense than that. You get out of here. No, better still, you stay, you get out of here. Stay outside the door there.
Wait, Captain, she had nothing. She was minding.
Did you hear what I said? Sit down, Lisa. You recognize these?
Well, sure, they're mine. Where'd you find them?
In an office at the hospital. Can you guess which one? Yeah, the one that was burglarized last night. Now, would you mind telling me how they got there?
She's the divine Miss M with the sassiest mouth in show business, and Bette Midler uses it to sound off in this week's People. People celebrates people, like Miss Midler, shocked by her very happy marriage. Then a People special, Jessica Lange, Mia Farrow, Cher, and 20 other Oscar hopefuls. Plus Liz and Stevie Wonder, England's new sensation Sade, Yoko Ono's lost daughter, and much more. Week after week, People celebrates people. This week, get it straight from the mouth of Bette Midler.
When I'm out on the road with a load of meat on, bad weather, bad cold, my load's still got to go. So I rely on Alka-Seltzer Plus. It relieves my aches and pains, the stuffiness in my head, watering on my eyes, the running on my nose, and just everything. So I take Alka-Seltzer Plus before I sack out. And in the morning, I feel like gangbusters, and I'm back on the road again.
Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. Fast, effective relief for tough winter colds.
In feminine protection, wetness is the problem. Absorbency is the answer.
And the Maxi-Thin Sender has proven it absorbs better than any ordinary pad material. Now Maxi-Thin's pads have a new, longer length for an extra measure of protection. And there's a new soft quilted cover sheet. New longer length, new soft quilted cover sheet, new Maxi-Thins, the one that improved on proven protection.
Like a favorite chair that feels so right, a cuddly bear to hold at night. Cottony soft Cottonelle is one of the comforts of home.
Cottonelle bathroom tissue. Of course it isn't cotton, but it is cottony soft.
Like a faded knit that doesn't fit, or slippers that are worn a bit. Cottony soft Cottonelle is one of the comforts of home.
I'm waiting, Lisa.
I'm sorry, Captain Hall. I'm afraid I can't help you.
You're trying to tell me you don't know how they got on the floor of that office?
That's right.
Lisa, I don't believe you.
Well, what do you want me to do? I mean, make up a story, tell you a lie, huh? Okay, I lost them. I lost them in the corridor, or in the parking lot.
You're trying to tell me somebody found these keys by accident, realized there was a key on it to a safe in an office, and decided to commit a burglary. Is that your theory of what happened?
I don't have a theory, Captain Hall.
Well, then maybe you'd like to listen to mine. I think maybe you gave these keys to an old pal of yours, you and Bobby Blue.
No, you're wrong. Dead wrong.
And you waited outside the office while your accomplice burglarized the safe. They heard the security guard coming down the hall. They panicked, dropped the keys, and ran away with the loot.
No, that's not how it happened. I told you that's not how it happened.
Well, then correct me. Give me the real story.
I told you I don't know.
Lisa, I've been over backwards for you. I've been trying not to believe you were involved in this thing, yet here is the evidence. Now, if you don't have a reasonable explanation, I'm going to have to charge you.
With what?
As an accomplice to a burglary. That's a felony in this state. It's a very serious charge, Lisa.
Don't misunderstand me, Josh. I'm not asking for you to do anything dishonest.
Of course not.
I understand your position. Dr. Woltl is your immediate superior. Your father's the supervising officer in this case. It would be awkward for you to exert any undue pressure.
It could be counterproductive.
Yes. Now, all I'm asking is that you make them understand Lisa as the fine girl that you and I know her to be.
Who fell in with the wrong crowd, so to speak.
Exactly. Which could happen to any young person. And if she's accused of complicity in this case, well, you can imagine what would happen. It would ruin her whole life. Now, Mother and I have had many dreams for her. And we want her to be happy. She's a very attractive and very intelligent girl. We've always wanted her to meet somebody, some young professional man, like yourself. Raise a nice family.
I promise I'll do my best, sir.
That's all I can really ask for. Well, here we are. Larry, I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I know you're going to reach a fair and impartial decision in my daughter's case. Thanks for your time.
Not at all. Anytime, Barton. Give my love at home.
I will. Josh, say hello to your father for me.
Yes, sir. He's really ripped up about this thing, you know.
Well, I would be too if it were my daughter.
Thing is, Larry, I've gotten to know Lisa, and I find it very hard to believe that she'd get herself involved in this heist. I mean, sure, she's done a few crazy things in her life, but nothing violent, nothing criminal.
You don't think I should suspend her?
She hasn't been charged with anything, a crime, you know? And people are supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. If you could just hold off taking any action, I promise you, I would personally vouch for her behavior from here on.
You've done quite a turnaround on this lady, haven't you?
I've gotten to know her a little bit better.
All right. I will take everything you said into consideration. And now, why don't you get the hell out of here? You got a lot of work to do, and so do you.
Right.
Yes, Captain Hall, please. Hello, Ed. It's Larry. Can you talk?
Vicky, maybe I'm dense, but I still don't understand. Why are you running away from the man?
Jeannie, it's such a long story.
Hey, look, you got me all the way down here. I've got plenty of time.
Yeah, I know, and I appreciate it more than I can ever say. The thing is that all of a sudden, I just can't bring myself to talk about it. Well, not right now at this minute.
Hey, listen, I understand. Just take your time. Meanwhile, let's eat our breakfast. And if you'd like to know what's been happening with me...
Oh, is it something good?
Something terrific. Oh, it's like something right out of one of those romantic paperbacks. You know, the kind where the tall, dark, handsome guy just can't keep his mind off a certain woman.
Oh, who's the guy?
Well, just as I was leaving Santo Domingo, I decided to go down for one last drink in the bar. So all of a sudden, I hear this guy say, "Can I buy you that drink?" So I looked around to see who he was talking to, and there was the most fantastic hunk you have ever seen in your entire life. And he was talking to moi. And it turned out we were booked on the exact same plane flight. Anyway, we ended up spending a whole week together in New York at this wonderful hotel suite overlooking the park. It was fabulous. Vicky. Oh, Vicky, I'm sorry. I bored you to absolute tears.
No, not at all. No.
But, Vicky, do you know what? That is exactly what you need. A man. Someone who is so attentive to you that he makes you forget all about that husband of yours. And all you have to do is be receptive.
I don't want anybody else.
But, sweetie, then, well, why did you divorce Clyde or Clark? What was his name?
I just mean that I don't want to meet anybody now. I just want to be left alone. I just want to be myself and be free and do what I want to do.
Alone?
Yeah, is there anything wrong with that?
Oh, no, of course not. Oh, does that include present company at this point?
No.
Oh, no, Vicky, I understand. Really. I mean, I have been through these phases. I recognize them. Tell you what. I haven't done my 2 miles to date, but I did bring my jogging suit. So I am going to take a little run down on the beach. And I'll meet you in the bar later, okay?
Thanks, Jeannie.
And if you don't show up, that's okay, too. Mwah.
Now then, one of the first things that we have got to do is stop little Miss Tina from achieving any of her grubby little aims. Look, from everything
I'm not
you
interested
tell me,
in
Tina's the
Tina
one
right now. No, right now I want to talk about you. You are just about the most fascinating woman I think I've ever met.
Oh, Asa, and you managed to keep that a secret from me for so long.
Well, I was just scared of you.
Of me? Oh.
No, both of us. Can you imagine what kind of power we could generate together?
Oh, Asa, your power, my power. Oh, that just sounds lovely.
I bet we could get an old seismograph to think it was hit by the San Francisco earthquake.
Okay, when do we start?
I wish the hell we could, but unfortunately, I got a little problem with Pamela. Yes.
You listen to me, Asa. Just stop thinking about that sweet, untouched thing from Malakeva. That woman is a woman scorned now. Trust me, a woman's instinct. She is dangerous. She's a...
Pa, sorry to interrupt. Hi, Dorian.
Hello, Clint.
Pa, I need to ask a favor.
Anything?
Could you look after the boys for me for a few days? I'm on my way out to see Vicky, and I'm not sure that she wants anyone to know where she is. But I just got a feeling if I make a real try at it, we can get things squared away between us.
Shoot, I'm gonna go pick the boys up myself. You give me anything you want, Susan. Coffee, a drink.
Right,
I gotta make a phone call, cancel my appointment this afternoon. I'm on my way.
Thanks, Pa.
Clint, what's your pleasure?
Nothing, Dorian. Really, I really have to get going.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. Clint, I would like to do anything I can to help this reconciliation with Vicky. So there's something I think I better tell you. I have proof positive that Tina is not pregnant.
These mothers said they wouldn't switch from regular waist diapers.
I'm happy with my brand.
But then they tried super absorbency Pampers.
Now I'm going to switch over to Pampers.
They're all switching because Pampers Blue Waist Shield keeps babies drier.
The Blue Waist Shield makes the biggest difference in the world.
It stops leaks up top like no regular waist diaper can.
Blue Shield helps keep wetness from the baby.
They keep them drier. Dry babies are happy babies.
So switch to Blue Waist Shield Pampers because drier babies are happier babies.
Some have it, some don't. Afrin doesn't have it. Dristan doesn't have it. Only Sinex has it for stuffy noses. That quick feeling of relief from instantly penetrating Vicks vapors, plus a powerful decongestant that opens nasal passages so you breathe freely.
Ah, complete relief.
For hours and hours, Sinex has it for instant and complete relief in regular and 12-hour extra strength.
From Vicks, of course. Tonight is special. Lipton brings you special moments, an enchanting herbal tea. Chamomile, fruits, spearmint, blended for a taste like no other herbal tea. Special moments, one of the very special teas from Lipton.
Nobody makes soup in a cup like Lipton cup of soup.
It's good.
Nobody makes soup in a cup like Lipton. Puts a smile on your face. Cup of soup.
How children reacted to the death of JFK. Now the shuttle tragedy on 2020 tonight.
You don't have to pretend with me, Clint. I've known about Tina's claim all along.
How?
Oh, my dear, she's blabbed about it all over town. I'm surprised it hasn't been on the 6 o'clock news.
But the doctor's report.
It was forged, Clint. I had a friend of mine at the hospital look into it. The doctor never examined her. He doesn't even know her.
Are you sure, Dorian? I mean, beyond the shadow of a doubt.
How do you think I got Tina to drop her claim against my estate? I threatened to expose her scam.
Dorian, to coin a cliche, you have just made my day.
Listen, I've been rooting for you and Vicky all along, so you give her my love, all right?
Thanks, Dorian.
Bye.
Well, what do you think?
Don't you believe in knocking?
Sorry, we'll start all over.
Come in.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Tracy.
Well, what do you think? It's an incredible improvement, isn't it?
I'm sorry, what's an incredible improvement?
Your files, they're all in order. Look, everything's alphabetized, everything's squared off, neat. You mean to tell me you didn't notice the difference? I've been slaving away here 2 nights in a row for nothing, huh?
You did that?
Who else?
I thought Barbara had gotten tired of my mess.
Well, you work your secretary hard enough as it is.
Tracy, I appreciate what you did, but you really shouldn't have been doing it. I mean, you didn't read any of these files. They are confidential.
No, I just looked at the names so I could put them in alphabetical order.
Well,
I don't think I even remembered any of them.
haven't you got other important things to do around here?
Name one. I mean, really, Larry, if I can help you in any way, it's worth it to me. It's your patience. You know, besides, it gave me something to do. It took my mind off. Aunt Ramona, I still can't really get over that. Boy, I can't believe that she's really dead.
Tracy, have a seat for a minute. I think it's time you and I had a little talk.
Okay.
Oh, Clint, I really like you. I really like you.
I like you, and I like you more. You know why? Because I'm bigger than you, and that means I can like you.
I like it when you hold me and when you kiss me. Oh, Clint. Oh, please kiss me. Oh, darling. Oh, darling. Oh, darling. Oh, God, I can't let that happen. Every time he gets close to me, she tries to come out. Oh! What if I really fell in love with him? Oh, what if we really made love? Oh. I can't do that because she'll come out then. And I'll be gone. I'll be dead. So I can't do it. I can't ever see him again. Ah.
One Life to Live will continue in a moment.
With a box of Jell-O brand gelatin, a couple of these, and a look in one of these, you can make this, that, or even those. Because anything that begins with Jell-O gelatin and bananas will make everyone go, mm-hmm. Jell-O gelatin, we're up to something good.
Oh, boy!
Log Cabin Light is lickety-thick. It's got 1/3 less sugar in every lickety-lick.
Log Cabin Light pours on thicker than the other leading brands.
It's lickety-thick.
Where have I had this rice dish before?
Remember the Four Columns Inn in Vermont?
That great dinner.
Introducing Country Inn brand rice side dishes from Uncle Ben's.
That rice dish we had.
Broccoli rice au gratin. We even asked about it, remember?
Long grain rice, broccoli, 3 cheeses.
You finally got the recipe.
No, I just discovered Country Inn broccoli rice au gratin from Uncle Ben's.
Serve new complete Country Inn rice dishes inspired by the best Country Inns.
100% all-natural Wesson, the frying oil that's going to get people talking.
Just read the label. Wesson's 100% natural. That sure sounds good to me.
Ever read Crisco's label? They use additives, but not all natural Wesson.
With Wesson, I don't get additives. I don't get anything but great-tasting fried food. For me and for them.
All-natural Wesson is 100% natural. The other leading vegetable oil isn't. It's time to change your oil to 100% all-natural Wesson.
Tonight on 2020, tired, depressed, you may have the winter blues. Science says they're real, but there is a cure.
Watch 2020 tonight.
Mr. Snark. Stop this thing! Mr. Snark, come on down. Your new washer and dryer is going to be delivered today.
Really?
Yeah. And remember, you're happy. We're going to give you your money back.
I've never been happy a day in my life. I hate happy. Stop me, will you?
We're simply guaranteeing you'll be satisfied.
Oh, satisfied. That's too close to happy.
Well, how about pleasant?
Pleasant. I can live with pleasant. Give me pleasant.
Ah, Mr. Snark, have a pleasant day.
This guy's really pressing his luck.
Rent-A-Center. We're not happy until you are.
Don't laugh, but I started using Uncle Ben's after I was in this taste test. They had a whole lot of us comparing Uncle Ben's and the other leading national brand. My rice. What a difference. Uncle Ben's looked better, tasted better, wasn't sticky. Turns out Uncle Ben's beat my old rice, something like 2 to 1. I was pretty embarrassed. But you ought to taste my chicken and rice now.
Uncle Ben's converted brand rice. It really does make a difference.
Ladies and gentlemen, the original, the one that started it all, Tidy Bowl.
Tidy Bowl, one sparkling performance after another. Grant Goodeve, live, 10 p.m. Saturday.
Lisa, are you all right? How did it go?
Oh, it was just a whole heap of fun. Your daddy just drilled me full of so many questions like I was some criminal. And everyone else was jerking me around trying to find out my life history.
Well, they didn't arrest you, did they?
No, not yet.
Well, you're in the clear.
Yeah, don't count on it. You know, I just don't know what to think. Well, that's why I came here. I was trying to see if I could get somebody to cover for me. I'll take any other shift in the morning or something, but I'm just so beat. I want to go home and fall apart.
Sure, no problem. Consider it taken care of.
So there's no problem. Good?
Don't I even get a thank you?
Sorry. Thank you very much for taking care of it.
You don't even know what I took care of. Dr. Woltl was going to suspend you. I saved your job.
What? Josh, thank you so much. I don't know what it is you had to tell him. I know how strict Larry can be, and he's so close with your dad.
All right, I told him. Now get this, and don't mess this up because we'll both be in trouble. I appointed myself your personal guardian.
Come again.
I am responsible for every move you make. Just like a lawyer, and you've been released in my custody only in regards to the...
Whoa, you're trying to tell me that you really trust me that much?
I sure do.
But this is some kind of blackmail, right? I mean, I mess up, and then I've got you on my conscience, huh?
That's a good thought. You better keep it in mind.
Oh, I will. Don't you worry. But I still can't understand why you did it. I mean, people would think you were nuts, putting your career on the line like that for such an unpredictable lady as me. What could possibly be in it for you, huh?
You're mad I went into your files without your permission.
No, that's not it. Although you really shouldn't have done that. No, Tracy, I'm going to say some things to you, and I'm sorry. I'm afraid they might hurt your feelings.
Oh.
You see, I am old enough to be your father. And I know that very often a young woman, when she forms an attachment to an older man, she mistakes her own feelings, imagines it's love when it's really, I don't know, a father figure kind of thing, a hero worship, whatever you want to call it. I don't want you to be disappointed and misunderstand me. Believe me, I'm honored, I'm flattered you feel this way. But I think that there are two reasons that it's wrong, that this situation is wrong. One is I am just not up for being a role model or a hero figure. And secondly, I could never reciprocate your feelings.
How are you so sure what my feelings are?
Well, if I'm wrong, set me straight. I'm sorry. I really am sorry, Tracy. I just thought I should say these things before things got too carried away. Look, I have patients I have to see. You're welcome to stay here. I'm sorry.
Okay, here we go. There's cheeseburger and fries and slaw. And what can I get you a drink?
Glass of milk, please.
Glass of milk coming up.
Hey, baby. What's happening?
Well, it's about time somebody got in touch with me. Okay, here we go.
Thank you.
Okay.
You suppose I could, have me one of them?
One of them, you mean a cheeseburger platter?
Mm-hmm.
How would you like that?
Medium, but you can hold that milk.
Hold the milk coming up.
Okay, look, the hospital job went off perfect.
Yeah? So where's my cut?
Well, for that, you'd have to wait a couple of days.
Why?
Negotiations.
What negotiations?
For a fence.
I thought you had a fence.
We got 3 or 4. Look, what you do is you take the merchandise to all 3 of them, right? You go, how much can I get for this? They tell you, and then you deal with the highest bidder. It takes a little longer, Stella, but you end up with a whole lot more bread.
I see.
Yeah, I thought you would. Anyway, look, I'm going... Who's this dude over here doing with me?
Bobby! Hey, what's happening?
You better get lost.
Bobby, what's going on?
Hey, what about your order?
Who's the guy? You know him? Talking to you, woman. Answer me.
These people are under attack by an invisible enemy. Unseen, it's waging war on their teeth and gums. It's plaque, and it can cause gingivitis, which can lead to irreversible gum disease. Take action with Dentagard Fluoride toothpaste. No toothpaste has been proven more effective in removing plaque, and Dentagard can even help reverse some of the early signs of gum disease. So fight plaque with Dentagard, because what you can't see can hurt you.
Chances are you've spent today doing things for other people.
So, honey, could you remember to pick up my suit?
Don't you deserve something for yourself?
Susan, would you come in here and take a letter, please?
Treat yourself to Mon Chéri, the fine chocolate Europeans treasure most. Mon Chéri, the treasure chest of delicate chocolate and hazelnuts.
Hey, my phone's ringing.
Discover Mon Chéri, the brand of fine chocolate Europeans treasure most. You deserve it.
Natalie, all afternoon my psyche has been preoccupied with a single persistent fantasy.
What's on your mind, Lou?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti with lots of Prego sauce.
Precisely. And do you know what ingredient endows said Prego with its special homemade taste?
Sure, the oregano.
No, my dear colleague, it's the basil.
Lou, it's the oregano.
But the basil imparts a certain...
Whatever it is that makes Prego spaghetti sauce taste homemade, it's in there.
Basil.
Oregano.
Basil.
Oregano.
Basil.
I know my mama loves me. How do I know? 'Cause my Skippy tells me so. She gives me love that I can see. 'Cause Mom knows Skippy's good for me.
Put a little love in lunch with wholesome, nutritious Skippy, the only leading national brand to give both high protein and less sugar. Now that's nutrition any mother can love.
Mama loves me a bunch. 'Cause she always puts Skippy in my lunch.
Put a little love in lunch with Skippy.
Let go of me, Bobby.
You better start talking.
Let go.
You do know him, don't you?
I've seen him around.
What's his name?
Brick.
Brick what?
Brick, that's all I know. What is this?
He was in on the deal, wasn't he?
Deal.
The hospital job, the safe. Don't play dumb with me, Stella.
Bobby, I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
Stella, I've been in police headquarters all night long. I'm not in the mood for your bull. They ripped me up one side and down the next. I'll tell you this, I'm not going down for nobody. Neither is Lisa.
They had her there, too?
Damn straight. If she loses her job over this, I'm gonna kick your butt
like
so
she
hard.
really needs that job with a rich daddy.
Stella, I'm giving you fair warning.
Look, stop it. You'll ruin the manicure.
Good.
What do you want, Bobby, if you don't want me?
I want to know who they are and where they stash the stuff, and you better start talking.
How do I know? You're the man with all the street smarts. They don't call you Bobby White Shoes Blue for nothing, baby. Go find it yourself.
Hey, Dad, how's it going?
Is it lunchtime already?
Yeah, according to my watch, it's an hour past.
Oh.
Sorry I got held up in ER. I've only got about 45 minutes left. You think you can break yourself away?
Well, I'm waiting for a telephone call. It should come any second now. Sit down. Want a cup of coffee?
No, thanks. I never drink that on an empty stomach.
That's right, that's right.
I told you what that does to your insides, didn't I?
Yeah, right, I know. Oh, boy.
Rough day, huh?
Yeah, everything's hitting the fan all at one time. Mayor's office called me about the Laurel Wolek case.
Well, I guess all you got to do is capture Ivan the Terrible.
Yeah, well, I wish it were that simple. I'd certainly like to nail that guy with something.
What's the problem?
Problem is, I don't really believe he's responsible for Laurel's death.
You are kidding. Why not?
Well, there are a number of reasons. But apparently you've done a fast 180 on Lisa Barron. Larry Wolek just told me he's decided not to suspend her from her job based on your recommendation.
Oh, wow, that's great. I didn't know he had decided, but I'm glad it was in my favor. I was hoping it would.
Yeah, well, he did. What made you change your mind about her?
Well, a lot of things. I got to know her a little bit better, Dad. I guess I hadn't really been giving her much of a chance. And you know, this girl, she comes from a good family, pillar of the community. I mean, all the money she needs. Now, why would a girl like that need to be involved in a cheap heist? You know? Oh, and I met her dad today. I met Mr. Barron, and we had a very interesting conversation. And he said he'd consider it a personal favor if I would keep an eye on Lisa.
How big a favor?
What?
What did he offer you?
Dad.
I don't mean he gave you cash on the barrelhead. That's not Barron's style. But I'm sure he did offer you something to make it worth your while, hmm?
What makes you think that?
I know Bart Barron. Now that you've explained the circumstances, I guess I can not be surprised at what you did.
Dad, Lisa's innocent.
Yeah, well, I hope so. But then we have the hard evidence, don't we? Now, if you can come up with an explanation for these. Son, I don't want to interfere in your life, but I think I have to point this out to you. Whatever Bart Barron offered you, what he can do and what he will do is not worth risking your career or your reputation.
Dad, I'm on a tight schedule. My lunch hour is just about used up. Can we please do this another time?
Yeah, sure. Another time, my son.
Ralph, could you do it again, please? How long ago did my friend leave?
Oh, half hour, 45 minutes ago.
Minute. Before I really rolled out the red carpet for her, didn't I? A dummy.
Well, look who's here.
I'm so sorry. Will you forgive me, please, please?
You're forgiven.
Thanks.
On one condition.
What?
That you buy me a drink.
Oh!
As soon as I catch my breath.
Well, I can do lots better than that. Ralph, this is my really good friend, Jeannie, so for the rest of the time she's here, anything she wants, anything at all, you give it to her and put it on my tab, okay?
Hey, how many do I have to catch up?
Huh? Oh, who's counting? I don't care. The thing is, you gotta watch old Ralph here, because he will short shot you. Short shot? That's hard to say.
Just some orange juice, okay?
Oh, Jeannie, what would I ever do without a friend like you?
Oh, Vicky, you must have millions of friends. I mean, you're rich and famous and stuff.
Yeah. How come I picked up the phone to call you?
'Cause you and me were in the same boat, and you knew I'd be sympathetic.
Wrong answer.
Okay, 'cause you didn't want your other friends to know that you're running away from your ex.
Wrong answer. Guess again. You give up?
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Oh, thanks.
Ralph. You know, I knew a dog named Ralph once. He was a nice dog. Ralph, I gotta ask you a favor.
Sure.
Ralph, my friend Ralph! Ralph! Will you have a drink on me, please?
Oh, thanks, Miss Bell.
Will you have it over there, please? Because we want to girl talk.
Oh.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on the ball, okay? Thanks, Ralph. Jeannie? I don't have any friends. None. Zero, zippo, zilch. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm not Vicky Buchanan.
What are you talking about? Down in San Domingo, I heard you say your name over and over again.
Oh, yeah, I lie a lot, especially when I'm sober. See, I never used to drink. I mean, she did, but I didn't.
She who?
Vicky. Anyway, because I started late, I'm just catching up and I'm learning about it now, see? Well, anyway, it sounded like a good excuse. I don't know. Anyway, in my whole life, I really only ever had 2 real friends. They were both really sweet guys. And one of them was Vinnie Wolek and the other was Harry O'Neill. And they're both dead now. Can you beat that?
Now, just wait a minute. You're not Vicky Buchanan?
I'm not.
Well, who are you?
My name is Nicole Smith, and most people call me Nikki.
You're... Oh, my God! I read about you. Oh, you're...
I'm a dual personality. That's what they call it, a dual personality. Anyway, the reason that I have to tell you about this is, see, Vicky might come out at any time. She could just sort of come out and take over, and if she did, she wouldn't know who you were. And so I wouldn't want you to get shook if you saw her and she didn't know who you... But the thing is, it's not going to happen, because I'm doing my best to see that it doesn't happen at all, because I like things as they are right now. Yeah. Okay? So, Janie, you are my best and my only friend. Drink up.
Incredible crowds have been reported at Color Tile stores this week. Why? Join me inside.
Could you tell us why all the excitement at Color Tile?
Oh, that's easy, darling. It's this beautiful half-price ceramic floor tile.
No! The reason is half price on this gorgeous mosaic tile.
Huh? It's half price on paint and wall covering that I came after. And this cuddly little blanket for buying only 80 bucks worth.
So, what are you waiting for? Color Tile's big half-price sale on right now.
You need calcium every day to help keep bone healthy. If you stop drinking milk, a prime source is gone. Add Caltrate to your diet with nature's purest, most concentrated form of calcium. Caltrate, calcium for healthy bone.
Some pine cleaners have it. Some pine cleaners don't. Pine Sol Cleaner has more pine to clean, deodorize, and disinfect for a complete clean. Pine Sol, the more complete cleaner.
It's a funny kind of hunger that everybody knows.
Hostess Twinkies cakes.
Gotta have a Hostess, only Hostess has it, gotta have it right now.
Hostess Twinkies cakes, cupcakes, real fruit pies.
Only Hostess has it, gotta have a Hostess now.
And now something new from Hostess, a free half-gallon of milk when you buy 4 specially marked Hostess family packs. Free milk and Hostess Twinkies cakes, free milk and cupcakes, free milk and Susie Q's. Details on specially marked packages.
Ooh, Hostess has it, gotta have a Hostess now.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
On All My Children, Jeremy and Erica. Together at last. And on General Hospital.
You can't let yourself get jealous, baby.
I'll try.
I am a one-woman man.
I love you so much.
All My Children, General Hospital.
If you don't come across from me, Stella.
And I'm telling you, if you don't let go of me. Ow!
Hey, you let go of her. I will call 911, okay?
It's okay, Wanda. I'll tell you, just let go.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. This guy just thinks he can beat me at arm wrestling for some silly reason. Bring him some iced coffee. Cool him down a bit, okay?
Sure.
7. Look, all I gotta do is make some noise. She's gonna die on 9/11. I'll make sure they wrap your butt up so fast, girl, you won't know it hit you.
Okay. Rick, but that's all I know. Just Rick and some guy named Denny.
Yeah?
They broke into the safe and stashed the stuff. I don't know where it is.
You don't know where it is.
Honest, Bobby, I don't know where it is. Rick and Denny, they hang out at the Croydon Hotel down on River Street.
I'll take from there.
If I were in your shoes, I'd be careful. The guy called Denny just might not like being pushed around.
Let me worry about that. See the lady, ain't nothing but a thing. Everything's cool.
So, yeah. Anyway, the last time around, Vicky went to the shrink, and I had to go to him, too. Talk about boring. Sessions went on and on and on. Anyway, he finally decided that the whole thing started when Vicky caught her father with her best friend. Her father, yeah, that was it. Father and the best friend in bed. And that was it. Would you believe it?
Oh. And Vicky couldn't handle the idea.
Oh, are you kidding? She thought Daddy hung the moon, so you can figure out the rest.
You know, but I still don't understand. Why are you trying to get away from Vicky's ex if he's trying to get back with her? Oh, I get it. It's because if Vicky comes back, you go?
Yeah, it's a simple matter of life or death.
Oh, wow.
Problem is, Jeannie, that Vicky's been coming back a lot more recently. I think it all started when I saw Clint and her sister, Vicky's sister, in bed. And I started to feel so dizzy. Afterwards, I figured out she must have come back then. And so now I sort of recognize the signs when it's starting. It's really weird, though. It's like somebody just comes up and taps you on the shoulder and
Hello, Brenda.